South Koreans, the story goes, built their economy brick by pulling together. A generation on, and many here feel it's time for a little redistribution. In this case, charcoal briquettes for the city's poorest homes, a gift from the country's biggest economic giant. In this G20 economy, some still live through the brutal winters with no central heating. Not everyone, it seems, benefited equally from South Korea's economic boom. The wealthiest now earn almost 6 times as much as the poorest here, and it's the country's powerful conglomerates that are being blamed for that gap.
We're at a time now that, like it or not, these big companies will have to chip in more to improve their image. Without doing that, I think it'll be very difficult for them to survive and to do business in Korea, because society here has matured.
Kim Song-ju was born into and then excluded from one of Korea's richest business families. Now head of a self-made business empire, she describes herself as a left-wing chaebol, someone who acknowledges their debt to society.
I really hope that this time the Chaebol family can wake up. The Chaebol is not come from their own great-grandfather. It's made by people's, really common, ordinary people's efforts and sweat. Therefore, they really have to really learn how to really come up with first of all, regulate their own.
Unusually in this election, both main candidates have put economic democratization at the center of their campaigns, accusing the Chaebol of squeezing out small businesses, enforcing prices and enriching themselves. But at least for the Conservative contender, that message seems to have softened as worries over South Korea's export-led economy have grown. And ultimately, that's the problem here. Reform of the Chaebol and redistribution of wealth may be national demands now that cross party lines, but with the global slowdown starting to bite here, for many voters, the focus is once again switching back to growth. A recession here won't help the poor any more than the rich. But in a country that still relies on a handful of businesses for half its GDP, it's likely to entrench the status quo, not change it. As one commentator said recently, people don't worry about political monopoly anymore, they worry about the economic kind. Lucy Williamson, BBC News, Seoul.